Hello and welcome to Series 1, Episode 8 of Bad Influence. We are surely getting closer to Christmas. Now, on this series, can't recall what date we're on, but I'm sure they're going to tell us in a few seconds. Do.
Hi and welcome to Bad Influence. This week, Take That will be trying out the very latest arcade racing game.
Oh, there we go.
Review is the long-awaited Super Mario Kart.
Oh, look at that. Original Super Mario Kart.
You the ABC Guide to Tokyo. That's A for arcades, B for battle simulators, and C for CDs.
Ooh, CDs. Awesome.
Behind-the-scenes look at the ultimate rock and roll game, Rock Drummer 2.
Ooh, never heard that before.
ST owners have been on the prowl again. We had a lot of letters on the subject of software. Like this one from Graham Hoare, who writes from Tyne and Weir. More and more software houses, he complains, refuse to program for the ST and they concentrate on the Amiga and the PC. Why? Well, this might be one of the reasons why. It's Atari's
ST.
baby, the Falcon. It might have been
Oh, Atari ST.
brand new, hot off the presses, to be with us in the Bad Influence studio this week. Atari says this is not an upgraded ST. It's a brand new, revolutionary piece of equipment.
To be fair, I've never really heard of the Atari ST before. Recognise the name, but that's about it.
And what that allows you to do, amongst other things, is record better than CD quality sound direct to the hard disk.
That's quite cool.
Video, you can do it from the CD, or if you've got a microphone like this, you can do it from the microphone. So I shall just record
That was a bit niche, wasn't it, for the times?
Doesn't really warrant better than CD quality sound. However, I shall just knock something in for you. Here we go. Merry Christmas! That was awful, I'm sure you'll agree, but we'll just play that back to make sure it's there. Hang on a second. Merry Christmas!
Is that 16-bit stereo on there? That's pretty cool.
Harmonise it. You also have to be reasonably fluent in German because this software is so new that the English program hasn't been written yet. Effect, but not
Nice, nice.
and then effect, and it can offer you kind effect, which means no, or a harmonizer here. Now that should improve my singing. Harmonizer, options, and I move this bit, say, down a bit there, and that bit of my voice up a bit like that. Okay on that, okay on that. Play it back, and see if that improves my singing. Merry Christmas! Yeah, well, possibly.
Maybe not. Maybe not, Andy.
That's just some of the things you can do with sound. Hang on a sec there. I want to show you some pictures.
Ooh.
That was quick, wasn't it? With a paint package and a bit of artistic talent.
Wow, that's pretty good for the times.
Some rather nice pictures. I'm sure you'll agree.
Pretty cool kind of 90s 3D graphics, but still,
You can run them slower.
it's pretty good. That's pretty decent, that. I like that.
That makes you think of animation. And if you put animation with a CD quality sound I've just shown you, then the fun really starts. Imagine being able to play games with graphics like
What's
this.
that?
and with
Autodesk
CD sound.
animation.
Well, if you're a Falcon owner, Atari reckon you will be able to by the middle of 1993. They've got at least
Middle of
100 million
1993,
software
there you
houses in
go.
Europe alone working on software for this equipment.
Cool.
Sadly,
I like
top
that.
of the range model like this will set you back about £900. But there will be
Whoa,
ones available
900
later in the
quid.
year. Will your ST software on it? Should, possibly, could, maybe.
Our main review this week is Super
Wow.
Mario Kart on the SNES. It's the racing
Yes.
game the world's been waiting for, or so Nintendo would have us believe. All the Mario favourites are here, including Yoshi, Toad, Donkey Kong Jr., and of course the Mario Brothers themselves.
Oh, it's awesome. It's awesome.
Super Mario Kart is excellent. It's the kind of game you can just get into straight away. There's nothing serious.
It's
about it.
amazing
Everybody
what they've
should enjoy
done with kind of porting
There's
this
lots
onto
of
the
different weapons to collect.
onto
Shells
the
will make your opponent
Switch
spin out, and feathers,
and
mushrooms,
these
stars give you
tracks and stuff.
superpowers.
But
Coins all
yeah,
over
this
the
was just
place.
amazing.
Collect these and they make your cart go faster and give you extra points. If you get into trouble, a guy with a fishing rod will help you out. Played as a single-player game.
Oh, I used to
Mario
love
Kart
playing
is
this.
brilliant.
Used to love
But
playing
played as a
this.
two-player, enjoyment is endless, especially in the battle mode.
Oh, it's
head-to-head,
great.
Where the aim is to kill your opponent. There are so many options, you won't get bored of this game. The best reason since Street Fighter to buy a Super Nintendo.
Well, there you go.
This is fantastic. I love it.
Was Street Fighter then
My favourite
only
game
on
ever,
Super
and
Nintendo?
it looks gorgeous.
I've got a feeling it was, but now he said it.
NES's capability as well. I was expecting a bit more though.
And so the
Ooh,
final
there you
scores
go.
for Super Mario Kart.
It's not
The boys
5.
liked it. They gave it 4 out of 5, but the girls liked it even better. and gave it a
Yes!
maximum
5 out of 5. Brilliant.
Christmas tinsel is very pretty.
Told you it was Christmas.
Christmas tinsel is in my city. I love Christmas, and I've got a very special Christmas treat for all you tinsely techies. It's for my favourite game of all time, Rock Drummer 2, The World Tour. And it
Yeah,
works on
what
all
is that?
formats, including consoles. Now,
Is it on a console? I've never heard of it.
the ultimate rock and roll game, and one of the best platform adventure graphic beat-em-ups ever made. But you can get even more rock and roll excitement from it by typing in Keith on the title screen. Not only will you jump straight to level 7,
Just never ever heard of this.
now you'll be able to hear samples of Frisky Pete's drums by pressing different keys. So, that was focus. Military band. Ready? Get ready? Oh, missed it. Laid back, yes. I like that, yes. Very good. And, punk rocker, yeah, go wild. Yeah.
There we go. Ooh, Japan.
Akihabara in Tokyo is better known as Electronic City, a maze of hundreds of shops and
Cool.
stalls. The computer and console market has slowed down a bit
Wow.
lately, but there's still a mind-blowing range of games, hardware and peripherals, many of which we'll never see in Britain. I've only got one thing to say about Akihabara, and that's wow! My real reason for coming to Japan was to visit the headquarters of Sega in Haneda,
awesome.
on the outskirts of Tokyo. Sega started out as a manufacturer of arcade machines. Here, their foyer is a test area for their latest developments like Virtua Racing. This is where it
Wow.
all happens.
Look at
the
those
heart of
untidy
the world's
cables.
games industry.
Ah.
The brightest and best designers working at the edge. Well, most of them.
Hey,
My
Sonic.
first meeting was with the head of the Sonic 2 project team. I'm
Nice.
not allowed to mention his name, security is very tight here, but he spent hours showing me the rough
Brilliant.
maps of the different zones.
That's really
Very
cool.
interesting. No,
Also the fact
really,
it's done on
very,
paper.
very interesting.
Drawn on
Still,
paper. I think
I
that's
did
brilliant.
get to ask him the question on everyone's mind.
I wonder if they still do that. They can't do that nowadays.
It's a secret.
Well, that was certainly worth
Ah,
a
of course they
12-hour
are.
flight.
Ooh,
And
Mega
so
CD.
was this, a preview of the Mega CD, due
Oh,
to
wow.
be released in Britain next February. This is Night Trap, a sort
Oh,
of
Night
interactive
Trap.
movie all rolled into one. You're an undercover detective who's hacked into the security system of a house under investigation. You can see what's happening in each room by
Brilliant.
switching on the appropriate camera. There's lots going on. Innocent victims, mysterious intruders, and a feeling that there's something not quite right. I'm not going to give the plot away. Let's just say it's not for the faint-hearted.
Oh, classic.
This is great. It's the very latest boxing game and you can play 2 players. Trouble is, I haven't got anyone to play with. They're all too busy improving it.
Ooh.
As well as the traditional arcade machines, Sega are looking at a new generation
Wow.
of arcade simulators. A high-quality video image is projected in front of you as you
Wow,
move in
that's quite
synchronization
cool.
with the path of your vehicle.
Well, I suppose it's
The
just
ride
like...
is called Megalopolis Tokyo City Battle.
Yeah,
You're
interesting. It's like any
riding the latest
simulators you saw.
generation of police pursuit vehicle,
But I
chasing
wonder if it's
after arch
different.
terrorists. Your pilot takes you through the skyways and streets of neon Tokyo in the year 2054. It'll
Oh,
be next
actually,
year before the Japanese public
2054
gets
is
a chance to try out
not that
Megalopolis,
far away now,
and I
folks,
went
and
to
it doesn't
see
look
what
like
they've
that.
got in the arcades right now. This is the newest amusement centre in Tokyo, but don't worry, I've got lots of change.
Nice.
And I'm going to play them all.
God, that must have been awesome to go somewhere like that. And kind of the height of that emerging video game technology. Probably a lot of these things now are retro arcades in certainly this country, which is really cool.
Out of money, out of time, but I'll be back. Sayonara.
Nice.
Violet, that virtual racing machine has just arrived in Britain.
I'm sure Virtua Racing, that was on the Mega Drive, wasn't it?
In the West End of London.
Sure,
Or
I
the
played that on the
Panic
Mega
Room
Drive.
Studio. Where else? If you want one for Christmas,
Yeah.
it'll set you back a cool £20,000, but it really
Whoa,
is.
What's that in today's money? 20 grand.
Shudders violently if you ever crash into something, which I do quite frequently. And you can watch the race from 4 completely different positions at the moment.
Yeah, that was definitely the Mega Drive.
The wheel, a la racing driver, but if I push this button, I can zoom hundreds of feet above the action.
Yeah, definitely remember playing that.
Thinking, who leads the kind of lifestyle that would be best suited to test this machine? Fast cars, jet set, showbiz.
Oh my.
They'll do. Hello, boys. Have a seat. Welcome to Bad Influence. You play games a lot?
Oh, there's only 3 of them. Where's the rest of them?
I play Game Boy most of all.
Gary Barlow.
Super Mario fan.
What about you, Jason? Do you like platform games or simulators or what?
I'm very basic, me, Andy. You know, a bit of football here and there.
Tell you what though, Andy, they're not very good at them, you know what I mean? I'm the best one out of them.
You're the man, are you?
I'm the man.
Well, I think Bad Influence...
Oh, yeah, they look young. That makes me feel old.
Fair enough.
Select your viewpoint.
Here we go.
And eat rubber, Johnny Popstar!
Okay, Frederick interviewer, here we go.
Oh, whoa, I've already got into a horrendous spin.
Get yourself together, mate.
I'm all right, mate. Hang on, I'm there.
We're both doing about 200 mile an hour, I think.
Oh, but I'm...
Stay cool.
Just see me sweat.
I lost my racing line there.
Robbie just seems to be casually driving like it's a Sunday afternoon.
Sounds great, doesn't it?
Tell you what, I think we better introduce the next link, Gary, because these two are wrapped up in this game.
Here's a clip from our new video, Could It Be Magic?
Could it be magic? Awesome. I thought... Yeah, makes you feel really old. Oh, that's it. Thank God. Move on.
Yes, some balloons for Spiky the Hedgehog. Well, perhaps not. One of those racing machines, yeah. Good cheer, festive flirtlers. I'll finish my list for Santa later. Now, this is a cheat for Jaguar XJ220
Aha.
on the Amiga.
Finally a game I've heard of on the Amiga.
Simply do this cunning maneuver during the intro. Turn on the radio, not the CD, and tune in the frequency to 065.4. Now, not only will your car be souped up, but it'll be super fast. Now, if you
Well, the A-Team
I'll just finish
music.
up my list to Santa. Rock drummer 2 for the
Yeah, it's the A-Team theme.
And a hedgehog in a pear tree. Just my little joke.
I wonder what he's getting us. Now for this week's news and previews.
Right, come on. What we got?
First, some stocking fillers for Christmas. For Amiga, there's a budget range of classic games available. Things like Zack McCracken, Future Wars, and Pan's Kickboxing. And they will cost you anything between
Zack
10
McCracken.
and £13.
Never heard of it.
The Sonic and Mario fans is a great.
You could tell I was always a console person.
£10 to £14, although they do all tend to be huge.
My lord, they're massive.
Tips video, one for Amiga,
Oh,
one for Sega. They will
games
cost
tips
you
videos. I
£9.99.
remember them. You used to get on the front of
Or if you don't want
magazines,
to
didn't you?
watch, you want to read? There's the Mega Drive tips book at £9.99, or this one, the one Miss Berlin's got her eye on, the Super NES Games Secrets, including Street
Wow.
Fighter 2. That's only £8.99.
There you go.
There's also a great range of peripherals like these character joysticks, or if you're a bit more
Terminator
serious,
Alien. That's
this
quite cool.
ballistic joypad,
Ooh.
or this touch-sensitive turbo touch joypad.
Oh, I've heard of that one. They had that on the other week, didn't
There
they?
are hundreds of bits and gizmos around this year.
Ah,
This
look
is
at that for
the Handy
Game Boy.
for use with the Game Boy, or
I think I had that one for my
in
Game
case as well.
Boy.
And don't forget the Bad Influence magazine. So
Yes.
you can check through it for more ideas.
Go and check out my video on that.
Then, can you?
Done a review of that
Another
one?
Mickey Mouse game is due out on the SNES next year. In the magical quest, Mickey has to find Pluto, who's
Is-
been captured by...
Oh, I was going to say, is this one with Mickey Donald? It's not, is it?
Mickey to a treacherous world with only a magical turban for help.
They don't do that many Disney-related games these days, do they, compared to like this?
The Game Boy's
in the
got its
past.
very own game genie. You just slot it in,
Oh my lord, how heavy would that be?
and then you can enter codes to change your gameplay in a variety of ways. Like this game's, I've got infinite lives, I stay as large Mario, and I can run through all the objects.
Well, that's a bit boring, isn't it?
Codes in, you've got this dizzy little book at the back here.
Oh, that's quite cool. The book goes into the genie. That's really cool. I like that.
Christmas sees the release of the American blockbuster movie Home Alone 2.
I just watched that at Christmas. Brilliant.
Kevin McAllister, who this time gets lost in New York and again encounters his old enemies, the Wet Bandit gang. Now, as you'd
Nice.
expect, there's a game out on the back of it. This is a
Oh
PC
my.
version, but it's also
I remember
out on
the
Game Boy
the
and NES.
first
The SNES version won't be ready till February.
Home Alone game was awful, but I had it, and it was just kind of like so bad it was good.
Is a role-playing game set in a spooky
Ooh.
old Transylvanian castle. You play
It's based on the
Joseph
film.
Parker, a young English solicitor, and you need to find
Guess
a way
it is,
to
yeah.
escape before the Count has you for dinner. Here's Ben.
This is one of the nicest handheld games I've seen for a while. It's a bit difficult because the controls are very tricky. You press B to select the icon mode, and press up and down to select
look, they've
which one you
got.
want to do.
I assume that's the video out to get it on the
Then
screen.
you press
Yeah,
right,
that's
there's a
interesting.
little arrow that tells you which way you're controlling. Then you press up and down to select the object which you're going to use. I'm using the crucifix here so I can talk to
Ooh, like
Dracula.
crucifix.
Then you press A to activate it. Here come the 3 brides of Dracula. They're coming to eat me, but Dracula's
hello.
telling them not to, because he wants to eat me. The graphics and perspective are really good. It makes it look like it's a movie set. The music and
It's
sound
just like the
effects have real
film.
depth to the game. It makes you feel
Enough
as
said
though
about
you're
the Brides of
in a
Dracula.
castle.
Oh, there we go.
I'd give this
They
game
look like
full
Gary
marks,
Oldman though.
but you have to enjoy these kind of games to like this one. I'm totally addicted to it. This takes a bit of getting used to, because the icons are so puzzling. But for a puzzle game, it's good.
It does look good. I have to admit. I know it's Lynx,
I really hate
but
these
it does
sort
look
of
good.
games, But I must admit, it looks impressive for a handheld.
And the scores for Dracula the Undead. The boys gave it an average 3 out of 5, but the girls liked it better and awarded
Yeah,
it 4 out
quite
of
like the
5.
look of that game. Madden.
93 for the Mega Drive features the latest lineup of
Oh, I remember always wanting that and getting it, and it was just so complicated because American football is just so complicated.
If you're an
I had
American
no
footballer,
idea what
then
was
the
going
Madden
on.
games was definitely for you. I don't think this is as good as the other two, though.
This is great.
I think even now,
complicated
I
to
just,
start with, but it's not that
yeah,
hard to get into.
it's just
Really
so
playable.
The main problem
stop
for me
start.
is picking a formation, then playing it. It's too long gap.
I always used to get the quarterback to just run.
I've never played American football before, but I did enjoy this. Although I've played it for quite a bit, I still wouldn't buy it.
I actually preferred the last game, John Madden 92. I still give this one 4 stars out of 5, though. It looks good.
Not
and it
bad.
plays well.
I like this game. I like the sound effects, and I love the way you can tackle. It's a bit confusing if you don't understand American football, and it's
Yeah.
not that hard to pick up.
Oh,
Basically,
I thought it was
it's
quite
the same as
difficult,
the
but there we
original.
go.
If you haven't got John Madden already, buy it.
And the scores for John Madden 93. The boys gave it a good score, 4 out of 5.
Wow.
The girls liked it as well. They gave it 4 out of 5 too.
There you go. Maybe it's just me in the minority. Oh, there's Quality Streets there.
Christmas
Old
pudding,
school Quality
yum,
Streets.
yum, yum,
They're probably
Christmas
massive compared to this
pudding
year's.
is in my
Anyway, I
tub.
digress.
Important Christmas tip. Remember to fill up with plenty of chocolate hedgehogs on Christmas Day so that you'll be full by lunchtime and you won't have to touch any of that scrotty turkey and Brussels sprouts. Now, this is a level skipping cheat for Golden Axe 2 on the Mega Drive. When the demo is running, hold down A, B, C and press Start. Then move down to Options and tap B and C, like that. Then you move down to Exit and press B 4 times. 1, 2, 3. Your level numbers will now appear in the centre of
To
the
be fair,
screen, and you can choose
Golden Axe is
whichever
always
level you
awesome.
like.
And again, I've played that at Retro
And away
Arcade.
we go.
And
Now,
I played it on the
let's
Switch
use
as
it.
Retro
I'm
Games.
feeling a little peckish. What's this?
Don't think that's food, mate.
Crikey, I told you not to go near that saucepan.
Do you want to read the data bar? Set your video recorder now.
Set your radios, everyone.
3 of these last week as competition prizes. Lynx handhelds with Batman returns. The competition question was
Nice.
simple. What's the American TV transmission system called?
The answer
NTSC.
NTSC, and the names of
Yay.
the lucky winners are going along the bottom of the screen.
So congratulations to all of you. This week's competition prize is brilliant. We have 10 copies of the Take That video, Take That and Party to give away. Combined
Brilliant.
with 10 Bad Influence t-shirts. And what we'd like
Nice.
to know, please, on a postcard or stuck down envelope is the names of the 2 original bands who got together to form Take That.
Wow,
2
that's a
bands got together to
question.
form Take That. What were the names of the
I've
bands?
no
Postcard,
idea.
stuck down envelope. Usual Bad Influence address
Wow.
by New Year's Eve, please.
I didn't even know they had
I'm afraid
2
we don't
original
have time
bands.
for the Rock Drummer 2 item, so we'll be holding that over for our first show of the new year. That's
Oh, this is the last one.
January. That's our next show.
In the meantime, have a very Merry Christmas and
Oh, that's cut off. Okay, that is not expected, but there we go. That was the episode 8 of Bad Influence back in the new year, as they said. As always, thank you to Retro Pixels. I will put a link in the description to where you can find all these videos. And until next time, I will say cheerio for now. Bye bye.